Okay, happy Friday or Saturday, whatever day you're watching this. Happy day. We're still working on our intro. That's not it. So, yeah. Okay. I brought a few things from the mass make because I'm kind of at a little stalemate here when it comes to what else to put in this sewing journal. And I must admit, I am trying to hang on to my supplies, and I know it's wrong. I know it's wrong. All right, we know it's wrong. We want to use the things we have. That's why we bought them. That could not have come together that quickly, but it did. Well then, one page down. Something interesting here, right? Well, oh, all right. So, do you want to hear some mundane details about my life? Of course you do. And if you don't, you can just mute this. Listen to some lovely little lo-fi on the background. It's not often I do that, but sometimes I do. So, my bank decided that it was going to raise its monthly fees to $12.95 just for the privilege of having an account with them. I know, yikes, right? So I had to wait till all my little payments cleared, and then I closed it out. Oh no, we can't. What? Yeah. So, how do you open a new checking account with $3.47 to your name? That's the question. Oh, I don't know. But we have a couple of weeks to figure it out because my phone bill isn't due until around the 20th. So, yay. You know, some people like to live on the edge and they go on these little adrenaline seeking creative outlets. I don't have the need for such a thing, do I? No, because my life is on the edge. Every day is an adventure. Oh. Okay, this is just a little too long, but it makes a lovely background page. And then I thought we could use one of these as a little wraparound. It's a bit stiff, but well, there, we can make this work. Right? Sorry, the camera's a little shaky. Really trying to figure out a better position for this. But my little home editing software that came with the phone likes to cut off the majority of the bottom half. And I don't know why it does that. I didn't ask it to do that, but such is life. Oh, geez. Let's not, but let's keep this. I don't really like that. I mean, we could keep the majority of the page on here. So let's do that. Do we want to put anything behind this? Let's kind of our question. Something with pink in it, maybe? Something with pink. It's a sewing journal, so I'm trying to get like all the sewing related stuff in here, and I am, just to be honest with you, I'm sewed out. It's been 15 glorious days, and we have the majority of them pertaining to sewing. Little pocket, milliners, advertisements. If they still looked like this, I don't think we would mind so much. Cute little behind the scenes sewing pocket. And we're kind of proud of ourselves on this one because we have more than 3 or 5 items grouped together. Yeah, so we're making progress. And I know here's where we're getting lazy. We're just like, slap a pretty image on there and call it done. We still find our interesting paper over here. I liked how that turned out. Another advertisement. So I don't think we'll be keeping this one in. Oh my gosh, it just keeps banging you. I liked this one. It's a little interactive. Yeah. And then, yeah, see what I mean about we're getting kind of lazy. But I think I've done all that I care to do. And I don't, it's not, I love the pockets. I just don't love how you can't see my little homemade sewing tags. And we turned to these from the vintage Goodwill. We made them vintagey, not so brand new. I guess we could kind of do this. Oh, well, fixed that. Wish they were all this easy. But I just figured we would pop on today and do a little something. I haven't uploaded for a minute. And I know we're just still kind of searching for the thing. Maybe we could leave this one blank. And just, I mean, the majority of the paper, we could make it a pocket. How many pockets does one need in a journal that we'll never look at again? I am getting better though. With each new journal that I attempt to do, there's only 1 or 2 mistakes as opposed to the 6 or 8 mistakes. I attempted to do a sewing journal last year, and so this year I am quite pleased with myself to be able to get this far in it. And I know I'm just putting extra pressure on myself to finish it, so let's not do that anymore. Let's not do that anymore. Okay, we're gonna leave the pocket open on the back. I mean, that just kind of looks so plain. We'll can stick this in there. I really don't like these 2 different kinds of yellows in there though. Yellow is the only paper that we have right now. We have run out of all the other kinds of paper that there are. We don't have white copy paper. We've got some more grit paper, of course. Well, yeah, all right. Let's not think about it too much, shall we? All right. I have been feeling it this week, really for the past couple of weeks. I just, I don't know, trying to find a different direction in life. And I gotta tell you, I'm tired of pivoting. A couple of decades ago, well, no, about 15 years ago, I was once called the pivot queen because I could just turn on a dime and find a different direction to go in. And I'm tired. I mean, I can admit that to you. I'm tired. You know how exhausting it is coming up with different directions to go at in life? And each one being just as disappointing as the last? It's exhausting. Just take my word for it. Please. Just take my word for it. All right, so this is a bigger pocket. I don't mind that. And then I'm just super tempted to stick my little people in. Maybe coming out of here, but none of them are wearing pink, and I kind of don't want to do that. Well, this is a little crooked. What are you gonna do? Nothing. I think maybe we could just have a blank page. Really? Well, it took us 12 minutes to do that. 12 whole minutes. Yeah. I'm not going to beat myself up about it. I don't like how that keeps happening though, so I think that'll be the last time I do that. And those look kind of good together. The black on black. We'll just have to come back to this. Maybe it will always remain blank. Maybe that's just what it needs to do. Two pockets over here. I'm not too keen on that. I still don't like it. Maybe I've got some other digitals. All right, let me peruse my little stash and I'll be right back. All right, nothing fancy, just a pretty little picture of a circle we're gonna slide in there. And I think our next video, we're amassing quite a bit of a scrap pile. So I think our next video should be to do something with that. It might get me out of my little funk. To switch gears and it will reduce the scrap pile. Normally I like to do that at the end of the month, but well, here we are. If I didn't set so many rules and limitations on myself, I actually might get somewhere in life. Oh, but if I didn't do that, I wouldn't have the kind of brain that I do. Oh, trying to argue with my brain is an effort in futility. Now that took a little bit longer than it needed to come to that conclusion, but well, once we got here, we just, acceptance is a beautiful thing, especially of oneself. It's like, well, that's just how I am. I don't know. Can't change it. There are other parts that I've changed, so I think that's why it took me so long to get on board with just accepting, well, this is how my brain works. I don't know why. Just go with it. But truth be told, I have been quite rebellious in my life, so it seems only natural to rebel against my own brain. So that was not a shock to anybody but myself. In my later years, saying, oh, well, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, this didn't turn out too bad at all. It's a lovely little image that's not gonna fit in our pocket. Of course not. Maybe we'll just go on the outside. I mean, we can give it a little ink. Let's do that. And yeah. Also, I think coming up, now that we have our all the supplies that we could need for at least a year, tablecloth, journal covers, I mainly just want to use them as journal covers, and I wanted to make a lacy, girly, like pretty journal. I've never made one of those before. They've always just been kind of haphazard, whatever I could throw together. And so now I think that we finally gathered the supplies for that. We could make one of those pretty journals that we see. Our style is kind of eclectic. This is sort of, sometimes our mood drifts to the morbid, and sometimes it goes to the other extreme, girly and pretty. And that's okay. We are not all one-dimensional creatures here. And that's what I kind of like about this community. Now, some people are. They have their style, they've got it all figured out, and they are done. And that's what they work in. And I like that for them. But I've noticed a lot of people just kind of bounce around and do what they want, which I also like. No. So we just glue it down. We already have a pocket over here. We could make it pop up a little off the page. But she's already chunky, to be honest with you. We're going to have to figure out a closure. I did not plan for that one. But that's okay. We can work out a temporary closure with something. Y'all have seen the Nuvo glue with the new tiny little itty bitty needle point? I know. I think we're going to try it after this one runs out. And what I figured is that even if we don't like the glue after we run out, we can keep the bottle and reuse that, right? Right. All right, not the most creative, not the most fancy, but also we're not really feeling it today, and we have made some progress here. We could do some washi tape that's pink. I don't know if we have that. Let me check. I'll be right back. All right, now it's not quite what I wanted, but does it match? Yes. Is it a patchwork of Dollar Tree goodness? Also, yes. Should we have put this in just yet? No. But there we have it. I really do like being able to take out the signatures. Yeah, that's if you were a beginner in this, like I am, I must say that that's the way to go. Hang on. I forgot to glue. Okay. In case you can't understand mumbling, I said, hang on, I forgot to glue. I do like this patchwork. It is one of my favorites out of all of the Dollar Tree line. Surprisingly strong hold. Not on the glue part, but on the actual washi tape itself. All right. Yeah, check. We'll come back to it. I think this is tacked down. What do you think? You can't, need to be in frame. Yeah. So let's make over a sewing box next time that we meet. Let's see, she already needs to be reined in. We'll think about a closure. That's not going to come soon. But we need to work on getting all of our sewing supplies together. And then maybe we'll have some fresh inspiration that comes to us out of this. Yeah, well, I don't want to think about this anymore. Maybe we'll use this as part of our closure. I don't know. We'll think of something. All right, yeah. I don't have an outro either, so good luck in your crafting project. And until next time, bye now.